up, everybody? It's y'all boy, King Boys Productions, and I am back at it with another reaction video. So today, I am here with the Kid LAROI, Where Does Your Spirit Go? Official audio. So, a few things that happened with this. First of all, I saw that he performed this at Coachella, which was over, or I think it's this weekend as well, but it was last weekend. I think they performed, I guess it's 2 weekends in a row. Was it always 2 weekends? Or like, because for some reason I remember Coachella only being 1 weekend. And then, you know, of course they have to maximize the profit, so they're like, we're gonna have a second weekend. But I think the second weekend is the exact same like lineup, I'm pretty sure. So I think LAROI's performing again. I think it's tonight, actually. I think, unless it changes, I thought he performed Saturday last week. I don't know, whatever. But he performed this song. And apparently this song was a dedication to Juice WRLD, which is really sad, and you know. But also, so he performed this at Coachella, and they were going to say, they were going to release What Just Happened next, I'm pretty sure. Or that's what LAROI said. What Just Happened was going to be next. So they changed it up and now released this one instead. So I don't know if then What Just Happened is going to be after that, or if it's going to, I don't know. Like, so the thing with LAROI that's been kind of pissing me off a little bit is like, he'll say something and then it won't be true at all. So like, he'll say, oh, like this should be coming within the next couple weeks. Like he said What Just Happened should be coming like within the next couple of weeks, like a month ago. You know, he said it was going to drop in March. It's almost the end of April already. Like it's like, it's so inconsistent with like what he says versus what actually is the case, which I understand, right? Sometimes shit happens. Like the back end bullshit happens. I'm facing that. I was facing that back in November with a different song that I never ended up releasing, which still might come out. I don't know. Then I was going to release another song mid-May, and I was going to announce that, oh, mid-May it's coming out. But now there's some other stuff that I want to work on. I'm thinking of doing like some sort of video concept for it. So now it's going to be pushed to whenever the videos, you know, it's like stuff like that. But also I'm not going to sit here and announce shit. Like I'm not going to say it's for sure coming out, or it should be out within a couple of weeks, or it should be out by the end of the month. And then all of a sudden, you know, the end of the month comes and it's like, hey, where's it at? He does that so much. And it's like, I understand you want to be transparent with your fans. I understand that. But there comes a point where you just don't say anything. Just don't say anything. Like if you know for sure the song is dropping like in 2 weeks, What Just Happened's coming out. Or put the date or whatever the hell. Cool. Same with this one. Like he said, they changed up the release schedule and this one came out. Cool. Like you don't have, like, cool. Let us know that it's coming out. We're excited. We love new LAROI music, so let's go. I don't know. It's just like a whole thing. And I know it's not his fault, right? It's mostly like label bullshit that the label was like, we want to push this and we want to milk this kind of for as long as possible. But it's like, there comes a point where like, you guys maybe he's waiting till after the tour now to drop the album, but then he's going back out on tour with Lil Baby. So I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on, man. Which seems like a crazy comparison because I don't think Lil Baby and LAROI fans are very similar. I mean, I'm sure they both listen to each other. I don't know. But like hardcore Lil Baby fans, I feel like aren't listening to LAROI. So I don't know, whatever. But anyway, let's just get into this song.
Dark, and you're never coming back. No coming back. And I saw the look on your face when it changed and you weren't looking back. No coming back. Numb today, but tomorrow I feel it. Truth is worse every time that I hear it. Know you're gone, but tell me, where did your spirit go? Run away from the way that I'm feeling. Maybe that's just the way that I'm healing. Know you're gone, but tell me, where just don't get it. All the things I wish I would have said before you took
This shit's hitting, man. This shit is hitting for real. Yo, he hit the fuck out of that. I gotta go a little. I'm sorry. I don't usually like to rewind. I know I do. That's a lot. But he said the way he hit them notes. I gotta go back.
All the things I wish I would have said.
I went a little too far. I'm sorry. I went a little too far. There it is.
And I just don't know where to go. Tell me where we go.
Oh. You can feel the passion in his voice, man.
Call you whenever I'm drunk. Then I remember you're gone. Wish I could hear what you'd say. Hope that I'm more than you saw. I'm taking all that you taught. Blood coming up when you cough. Cold as December I saw. Trying to hold on to your soul. Fuck all that letting you go. I'll never let you go. Numb today, but tomorrow I feel it. Truth is worse every time that I hear it. Know you're gone, but tell me where your spirit go. Oh, run away from the way I'm feeling. Maybe that's just the way that I feel it. Know you're gone, but tell me where your spirit go. I just don't get it. All the things I wish I would have said before you took
Man, this shit is hitting, man.
How'd you build me up just to leave me now? Oh, and I just don't know where to go. Tell me where we go.
So good.
No, I just don't.
You really can feel the passion in his voice on this song, though. Like, you could tell he was in this when he wrote this, and he was in the studio recording this. Like, you could just sense that, like, that pain he had from losing these people. And I think it was, I think on the stage he showed, I can't remember who the other guy was, but it was like a childhood friend of his. And it's just so sad, man, because luckily I've experienced, I think not everyone, but most people have experienced loss in their life. And, it is tough, right? Because there's those people that you would call consistently. And he said, whenever I'm drunk, I call just to realize you aren't there or whatever. And, like, it's maybe not even necessarily that for me. But, like, there is times where, because I lost my grandma recently. I lost her it's over a year ago now, but it still hurts, right? Like, it still really hurts to know that she's gone. But because she was someone that you could just always, I could always just call her and just, like, talk for an hour, just about random shit. Like, it never was like, my grandma was always someone that I could just call and be like, just talk and just be kind of like, just whatever, say whatever. We would talk about anything. I remember the last time I talked to her was, it was Thanksgiving of 2021. And, cause I was in Atlanta and she's back in Michigan, and I remember we had just a nice conversation on Thanksgiving, cause she was kind of getting sicker, and she went to, my grandpa ended up going to my mom's house for Thanksgiving. My grandma stayed back because she wasn't feeling too well. She's like, I'm just going to stay back. And then could you just bring me a plate type thing, And obviously we didn't know that it was this serious at this point. But so I called her because I was actually at home. I was in my other house that I used to live in. I was there by myself because my roommates all had plans. They all did their own thing for Thanksgiving. And so I was kind of by myself for Thanksgiving, which is, it's a little sad. It was a little sad. But this, I got to, whatever. So I just called my grandma, and we were, like, I was literally just, like, watching football. My team, you guys know, is the Detroit Lions. So I was watching my Lions, and I was watching the other, whatever. So I called my grandma up, and we were just talking. We were just, shooting the shit about the Lions. We were just talking about the, just random shows and movies. And we were just talking. We talked for, like, an hour and a half. And then, eventually I was like, okay, Grandma, I'm going to let you go. And it's tough because she was that person that I could just literally just talk to. Like I could just sit down and just like shoot the shit about random anything, literally anything. Like it was never like, I could have deep conversations with my grandma if I needed to, but we could just talk about nothing for hours. And to not have that anymore, right? Like you can talk to, there's just like, it was just that special connection that we had, Like I can talk about random shit with other people too, but like for that bond that I had with my grandma that we could just whatever. It's just, when that's gone, it's just, it hurts, right? And it hurts that you'll never speak to that person again. Whether you believe in like an afterlife, whether you believe whatever you want to believe in that sense, it's fine. I don't judge anyone for what they believe in because I don't, I think you're free to believe in whatever you want. If you believe that people go to the afterlife, go to heaven, go to, reincarnate, whatever it is, like whatever you believe in, like, so you do feel like, oh, we will meet again someday. And then that is like something that you kind of are like, cool, But to not be able to speak to them again on this physical earth, it hurts. It hurts really bad. And I'm sure that's how you can feel that pain through LAROI in this song, because he lost these people that were super close to him. Friends that were super close to him that he saw probably every other day. People that meant a lot to him. So you feel that passion. So like when you listen to the song, and that's why I was kind of feeling like, that's why I didn't talk that much when I was like listening, because I was feeling what he was saying and feeling like I was connecting that with my grandma and missing her, and like, where did your spirit go? Like that kind of, but it also feels like sometimes you think like, man, I haven't thought about her in a while. What the fuck's wrong with me? I haven't thought about this people. I haven't thought about this person I'm missing in a while. I think that's what that's what I felt when he says like, where does your spirit go? Or I like partially that, like, where does your spirit go? Does it go to hell? Or not hell? Does it go to heaven? I guess, or hell, but heaven? Does it go to just an abyss? But sometimes it's like, I think it's a mental game too, because you're like, why am I not thinking? Like, I should be thinking about you, because your spirit is always here. Like the spirit is always here, right next to you. Like, hey, here I am. So you're thinking about it, and then so sometimes you're like, where the fuck did that go? Because now I'm lost, and I don't know I haven't thought about this person in a long time. So now it's like, what the hell am I doing here? I don't know. I don't know exactly what he was going for, but that's kind of how I interpreted it. And that's one of the things that I love about music is that lyrics and songs can be interpreted in many different ways. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, there's not like a right or wrong. I mean, I guess there technically is, because LAROI could be like, well, I meant this. But like, I can take it a different way and be like, it sounds great. So I'm so happy LAROI dropped this song. Like when I first heard it I listened to that Coachella set. When I first heard it there, I was like, this one's gonna hit emotionally, and it definitely did. Because like I said, it makes me think about for me, it made me think about my grandmother. So, so thank you guys. If you guys did like, please leave a like, please subscribe. Original videos in the description down below if you'd like to check that out for yourself. Let me know what you guys think. Obviously you don't have to share like your personal trauma, in the comments, but if it made you think about someone, I'd like to know, like, is there someone in this song sort of made you think about? Yeah, I'd like to know that. So, and if you're not comfortable sharing, of course don't share. Anything you're comfortable with, like if you want to say like, oh, this made me think about my dad that passed away, something like that. Like, I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear it. So, but thank you guys. Love y'all. And until next time, it's your boy, King Boys Productions. Squad.
My love's like a black hole sun, so bright when it burns, so dark when it's done. So hard to relate to one when I find myself tripping off that blunt. Tripping off this blunt, so I might be blunt if I do confront you.